Hello, babes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's everybody doing today? Hope everyone is doing well. It's Monday, as I like to say. Time to get the party started. I see we have a couple people in already. Hello, Feminine Melanin University, my girl Jada. Hey, boo. Welcome in. I see Coco TTV is in. Hi, happy Monday. Thank you. Ivy Solutions. Hey, bestie. Good afternoon, everybody. All right, hold, please. I got to put on some lip gloss. I cannot start the day without lip gloss. How is that even possible? Something, a little light, a little easy for today. Hope all is going well. I'm going to get started because I see my soror backstage looking fabulous and I want to bring her up. So before I do, let me give you a little bit of her backstory, as I like to do with all of my babes, and tell you why Ylorie Taylor is a boss babe. So Ylorie Taylor is all about driving brands to grow further and faster. She's currently the vice president of Eden Body Works, one of the fastest growing indie brands in the beauty industry. Ylorie was sought out for this role based upon her industry experiences and relationships. She oversees North American marketing and operations, including building the overall brand strategy, product development, crafting integrated marketing plans, overseeing the digital communications, driving sales, and ensuring smooth operations in distribution and customer service. Ylorie also serves as the brand evangelist. Ylorie obtained a bachelor's degree in applied mathematics from Norfolk State University, all right, HBCU, and a MBA from DePaul University. Outside of work, Ylorie enjoys spending time with her husband, her two kids, family, and friends. She loves to travel and is an avid sports fan. Ylorie resides in Westchester, New York, and is an active member in her community through her membership in Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, a candid truth teller, mompreneur, and all around girl next door. There's no better rah rah girl to have than in your tribe than Ylorie Taylor. I am so thrilled to have her here. This is such an honor and such a treat. Without further delay, let's bring up the woman of the hour, Ylorie Taylor.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, Sora, how are you?
I am doing wonderful. How are you today, Shannon?
Good, good, good. Let me tell you, this has been such a labor of love to have you here because yes, you are a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and we're going to get to that too. But I remember when you first came to our chapter, Delta Rho Omega, in Brooklyn, New York. Shout out to all my Delta Rho Omega sorors out there. I see you. I see you. And I remember you just being so dynamic and willing to help in any capacity. Whatever was asked of you, you just said yes and just threw yourself in, no questions asked. And I remember saying, wow, she is a dynamo. She is really a dynamo. So it's such a pleasure that our schedules finally aligned for you to come today. So without further delay, I'm reading this bio and I'm like, okay, a lot's going on here. But one of the things that stuck out to me is, how did you make the quantum leap from applied mathematics to marketing?
So I always tell people, and funny, now that our daughter is, so I have a bonus child, my
Yes.
stepdaughter, but
Mhm.
it's my daughter because if you ask her, she's like, I just have two moms at this point. But and then she's my broke BFF, as she likes to say all the time. She's not my BFF because I don't believe in that whole friend thing, but
That's
to
right.
be an adult, sure. But definitely, and one of the things that I've expressed to her, and this is really what I say when I speak to any youth, today. Pick a major that you're really good at and you're passionate about, because life is so short and yet so long that how you feel at 17 is probably not how you're going to feel at 37 or even 70, right?
Right.
So for me, I was really strong in math, really strong in chemistry. Thought I was going to be an actuary or a professor. And so for me, that was the choice, right? It was go to
Mhm.
college. I got a scholarship in that area because it was something I was strong at. So it was easy for me. So I didn't struggle through college. Like some people go, oh, I want to be a doctor, but then you've never taken real sciences. And I'm like, you're going to
Mm.
struggle. Perhaps
Right.
you may struggle, not everybody, right? But you may struggle. Or I want to be an architect, but yet you've never done anything in that area or realm. Not to say you shouldn't, but college doesn't have to be hard. College really is about evolution as
Mhm.
much as it is about education, right? So you're going to grow, and it makes sense to grow and not have it be such a tumultuous path. So for
Right.
me, math came easy. I was really strong at it. I'm still very strong at it. It helps out with P&L every day on all the projects and jobs that I'm involved in. And so
Yes.
that was my major. No regrets. Was a very enjoyable career. College at an HBCU is unmatched.
Mm.
Fight your mama. um,
That's
but
right.
again, the whole point there is that that was my major. By the time I was ready to graduate, I had an opportunity to go to MIT. I had spent the summers for the Department of Defense and MIT doing mathematical trajectory and things like that, to
Mhm.
do with missiles and all kinds of fun things that, again, enhanced and were the backbone of my major. So it made sense, right? It complemented my math degree, and happened to walk past the career office. And this is a short version. I saw this guy sitting in the career office. He was like, "You coming in here to interview?" I was like, "Nah, I got this." Like, I'm thinking I'm on my way to MIT, So I'm like, "I got
Yeah.
this." He was like, "Just interview for the fun of it." Okay. Sit down. He happens to be like the big boss for IBM North America in the Midwestern region. Black man,
Mm.
very attractive even back then. I thought he was highly. I was like, "Okay, let me see what he's talking about." And he was like, "I want to fly you out." So I was like, "Wait, but I'm going to graduate school." And he was like, "I just want to give you an option." Nobody had ever said that to me. Like, here's an option, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, it was you go to school, and then if you could continue to go to school, which I clearly could, I went to underground scholarship, and I could go to graduate school. And who turns down MIT, right? So
Right.
he was like, "I'm gonna fly you out, get to know the team, but I like your." He was like, "You have a strong mind for investigation and research," and probably some of
Mm.
that was strengthened because of being a math major, right? So
Right.
I flew out, first time flying first class to Chicago, interviewed, saw a whole bunch of Black professionals, went back to school, was like, "I think I belong there." And that started
Mhm.
the sales and marketing, well, not marketing, really the sales and consulting background. So I ended up being a consultant.
Mhm. Wow. You never know. That's what I always say. You never know. And never turn down any opportunity because you never know what that opportunity can lead to. Even if it's a short lived one, you never know what that will prepare you for, what that experience
Explore.
will prepare you for.
Open your mind to the possibilities. Always feel like there's an opportunity to explore, right?
Exactly.
Exploring is not a commitment. It's
Mhm.
simply just opening your eyes to opportunities.
That's right. That's right. So, for those who may not be aware, can you explain to the audience what Eden Body Works, the company, is?
Yeah, sure. So Eden Body Works actually makes natural hair products, meaning products made with natural ingredients inspired by nature. So you think of your coconut oils, your aloe, shea butter, lavender, tea tree, all of those great jojoba, all of those great oils and moisturizing ingredients. And really, it was formulated or put together or built, founded by a teenpreneur who is now, 31. So the company is going on 19 years old, and we were one of the premier organizations or companies to really like spearhead the natural hair space and the movement, from a community standpoint, online as well as in person. That's where the brand really got a lot of feet and traction, as we moved into retail and globally. So we make
Okay.
hair care products. We do have a few little body products, but we are primarily known for hair care, and not just for Black hair. Other people like natural ingredients in their hair care products too. And I tell everybody, even men and
Mhm.
non-Black women use shampoo. right? In conditioner.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah,
when we say that, everyone uses a styling product or a shampoo product, and most people do incorporate conditioners in their routine at this point. So yeah.
absolutely. What do you think is your number one best-selling product?
Now do I think, girl, curl defining cream. I think I've been running this brand for like a decade.
Yes.
I think Curl Defining Cream, hands down, has been sold
Well,
out
defining
for
cream,
months
yeah.
now. It's coming back in stock this month, and I guarantee folks will be buying it by the droves. They'll be like, "Wait, can I add to cart? Add to cart? Add to cart? Quantity increase, increase, increase." You do not want to be without this product. But let me say that it's a product that's really geared at curly textures, right? So Curl
Mhm,
Defining Cream is to give better definition and better define your curls, whether you do a wash and go, twist out, however you wear your hair, right?
mhm,
So ironically, I'm wearing my hair straight today, but you guys know I go back and forth.
mhm.
COVID helped me embrace the curly side of my hair because I
Yes.
couldn't get to the salon for the blow dries.
Mhm.
But I'm back in business now, so watch out. I'm gonna be a girl who can do both. So when they say get you a girl who can do both, hello, that's
There
me.
you go. There you go.
But I think, Curl Defining Cream is such an amazing product, and it works on heavier textures. So
Mhm,
people who have like a kinkier or coilier, some people call it type 3, type 4. Me, I'm probably more of a type 2, early 3A. So
mhm.
I really adore our shampoos, and they do so well. And our moisturizing co-washes are amazing as well. But as I said to our ambassador team, and we'll talk a little bit about that later,
Mhm.
hands down, you can't beat us in the conditioner department. Try me. Try me.
Listen, I already know because I use your products religiously, but for some of them in the audience, they haven't experienced it
Mhm.
yet. But I will tell you, I did a live, my after darks, which are totally different. And one of my audience members, one of my babes, came up and was telling us a story about how people were actually like smelling her hair
Mhm.
because of this product right here. Actually, hold please. I'll be right back. I have to bring this out. I love doing a good show and tell.
I probably have it here. I don't know though, because I don't know what you're gonna bring up. I know what some of our stronger scented collections are. So.
Yes, I'm sure you do because you gave it to me. It is the hibiscus honey hair tonic.
Oh, okay.
So
So
she got one
great.
of these through me, and she had sprayed it in her hair, and she got so many compliments. Actually, she actually got a date from it. And so we were talking about that and how wonderful she thought the product was, because not only did it, make her hair soft and manageable and, easy to comb through and detangle, but it left such a nice, refreshing scent, not overpowering, not, in your face, but just,
Mhm.
a subtle hint that when you walk by someone, they can easily smell it and be attracted to that scent. So I thought I had to share that with you. I know I shared it with you privately, but I had to tell everyone publicly how wonderful this product was. Let me take a minute to say hello to the audience. We have a couple of people that came in. I want to make sure they're acknowledged. We already said hi to Coco TTV and Feminine Melanin. Sugar Love is in here. Hello, honey. Thank you so much for coming. I see Ray of Sunshine is in here. Thank you so much. She helps me keep the chat moving and grooving. My TT Wendy, hello, hello. Thank you so much. Ray says that's right. No need to struggle when it comes to going to college.
Mhm.
That's great advice. Hey, Rory Privilege came in and gave a $9.99 super chat. Thank you so much for that. Oh, please. Money, honey. Thank you. Thank you so much, sis, for that. I appreciate it. Let's see who else is in here. Oh, hey, fam, you happy new year. Yes. Ivy Solutions said that would be me, type 4 hair. Yep. Absolutely. The Points Blank Experience. Hello, welcome in. It says Happy Monday, Queen and Ylorie. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. All right. That was everybody. They're just talking amongst themselves in the chat. I wanted to ask you my next question, which is tell us about a marketing project that you led kind of from start to finish that you are most proud of.
So I've had a decade plus, right, in this. I'm
Yes.
actually 2 decades in this industry. People just seem to only remember Eden Body Works, but back when we were having relaxers, I was over there running Elastic QP, and before that, I was partnered up with some of your favorite larger brands who just wanted to understand how to better market to women of color. So
Hmm.
the L'Oreal's and the Kenras and Cruz and all of those folks. So I've had, my foot in the water for a little time now.
Yes.
I will say though, honestly, a couple of projects really stand out. One is our Brunch with Eden platform. So we
Mm.
used to do that and we would do panels and really talk about lifestyle of women from, we say head to toe, right? Because we
Hmm.
cover your head, your heart, and then the steps that you're taking every day as a woman, whether that's as a wife, as a mom, or single, however you're maneuvering, right? College as well. So we
Hmm.
did that platform for years. Loved it. Once you get to 2 kids, it starts to get really hard to travel when they're younger. So ironically, COVID or the pandemic came about right as we were preparing to slow it down.
Hmm.
So the Lord was like, instead of slowing it down because of Ylorie, which, no brand should stop because of anybody at the brand per se.
Hmm.
So let me slow everybody down. We turned it to a virtual platform, and it was really so inspirational to give people that moment during COVID. And we did it like 6 to 8 times for the 2 years during COVID. So for me, that platform is about all the things that I love, bringing women together, especially women of color, and talking about topics that really matter to us. The other piece of that I would say is one of my most proud projects as well has been our ambassador program. It is a program where we really mentor and work with women for 6 months. So, sure, they get 6 months of products from us, but it's my opportunity to include Black owned vendors in their boxes and to highlight brands and give them the space for influencers and content creators to share their products with their audiences and engage and give a broader awareness to their brands. So it's a win-win in lots of, it's actually a win-win-win because I also bring in seasoned influencers and folks who really understand the game so that as an ambassador, whether you're promoting Eden or your own brand or another company's brand, you have experienced professionals sharing their knowledge and wisdom and insight. And I think that program, we call it our Curl Friends because it's really a friend type of community. Like it's a girlfriend chat room, literally
Hmm.
on an app. And we get to talk about the products we get. We get to talk about the vendors in the box. We get to talk about and cheer each other on because that's so important. It's such
Yes.
an isolated world in social media. And I know that's an oxymoron because there's this huge community, right? But it's very isolating to a lot of women. And what I don't want to happen is for us to forget the power of relationships. If there's one thing that you can say about Ylorie, is that she builds, fosters, maintains, and really invests in relationships. And I'm proud to be that person.
Absolutely. That's such a good thing to have. Conversely, I want to give some advice because there's a lot of small business owners here, content creators here. What do you think is, if you can give one piece of advice to those who are budding, like me in the content creation world, especially in the world of beauty, what can you say to us to help us kind of grow and enlarge our audience and connect with brands as well?
What are your goals for 2023? So I get asked that question and I run the brand, right? I have to answer to the board and Jasmine and everybody else.
Yes.
And I'm always like, I make 3 goals and then I break them down. So if my goals are to drive revenue or sales, what are my platforms I'm going to do that? We're going to do that heavily through email and SMS marketing, possibly through social media. However, our social media for us has really been mostly about driving community. Do we get sales from it? Absolutely. But we get
Mhm.
more awareness and community building from it, which is fine because customer loyalty and affinity is one of my platforms to driving sales, right? If I can
Yeah.
convince you to be loyal to me to the point where every time we introduce something, you got to have it, or, I become a part of your must haves in your beauty kit, I win. So if my second goal is, to foster sponsorships or create more brand partnerships, then I'm going to invest in relationships. And I
Mhm.
understand that as Brown Girl Bella, when I reach out to Lip Bar and I say, you know what, nobody does a lip gloss better than me. It may not be the first email or the first outreach. It perhaps may be the 17th interaction. And I say
Mhm.
interaction because we forget that this is just like dating. And on my team, they laugh, but I have an analogy. I could give you a one night stand analogy in beauty, and I can give you a long-term relationship into a marriage in beauty, because I try to break it down so it's in a very simplistic, layman's term way. It's a
Mhm.
relationship. So the first time I meet you, we might not get the coffee meet. We might just make connections. Hi, Shannon. Oh, nice to meet you, girl. We're meeting in passing, right? At a
Mhm.
second time with me, oh my gosh, it's so good to see you again, girl. I still wear boss lady. Hello, click, right? Third time I'm seeing you. And my leak, my good friend who is a founder of Curlbox, talked about until you've met and really interacted with somebody at least 3 times, you're not
Mhm.
really memorable unless you've done something like totally outstanding, right? Unless
Mhm.
you're Hakeem Jeffries and your speech is the ABCs for the political floor, right?
Yes.
So the third time I see you, hey Shannon, oh girl, you still wearing boss lady, girl? Yes. And I just look, I just posted about it on my Instagram and 3 things I grabbed from the holiday sale that you must put in your bag immediately, right? Or 3 lippies to help you get through Valentine's Day. So I am organically promoting this brand to get their attention. So guess what? I'm courting the brand because I want the brand to notice me. And I'm doing it organically until the brand starts reposting me, until the brand reaches out to me directly. I'm trying to get their attention. And here's the
Mhm.
funny thing, we all see it. I don't run Eden Social, but I have a pretty good idea of who was gang before we pulled them in to be part of the tribe, right? So
Right.
Melissa does the same thing about Lip Bar. There are folks who people are watching. And I really learned
Absolutely.
this early on in my career. I was at a Kenneth Cole breakfast or something, invited by, here you go, invited by a relationship between me and another Black woman, Kendra Ferguson, who runs like a founders creative group at this point. She's like bigwig at this point. Um,
Mhm.
she invited me just as her guest. And I remember at Kenneth Cole, the way they picked their lead ambassador or the person to represent them was she was just organically talking about the brand, and she would be at
Mm.
events in support of the brand, not as a nuisance, not as a lurker, not as a stalker. She
Mhm.
genuinely liked the brand and it came across so authentic in her platform. So
Yeah.
again, if that's one of your goals, how do you show up transparently, authentically, organically, and support this brand?
Mhm.
May not be able to buy everything. You also can reach out to brands and say, hey, I would love to be on your PR mailing list, your media list. I'd love to get some products to talk about on my YouTube or my page. I'd
Mhm.
love to interview a member of your team. So what? You may not interview Melissa Butler, but if you're interviewing a member of her team, guess who's talking about you in the team meeting next week if the interview is what they feel it is. So again, that's just an example of here's 2 of my objectives. Maybe my third objective is to grow my email list. Maybe my third objective is to get more out there. Maybe my other objective is Facebook ads. So how many webinars are you really looking at? Are you spending time
Mhm.
investing in the areas where you lack? And then you can't do it all. So
Right.
again, send me this laundry list of 10 things you want to achieve for 2023, unless you can do one each month, right? Like
Mhm.
declutter the closet in January, clean out the kitchen drawers
Yeah.
in February. Those are real itemized things and tasks that you
Yes.
can say, I'm going to do one heavy task each month, right? So you can feel accomplished at the end of the year. Saying I'm going to build my email list in January and then you're not focused on it the other 11 months, then you lose
Mhm.
ongoing process rather. So again, make realistic goals. And everybody isn't meant for social. Perhaps you might be a YouTube shorts and that's where your platform belongs. And you have to figure out, how do you sell through YouTube? Is it through the caption at the bottom? Do you have all your links, your social? Do you have an Amazon store? Because you're a brown girl Bella with all your favorite products. Are you getting, affiliate commissions? There are
Mhm.
so many ways to drive revenue basically in our sleep these days, that if
Absolutely.
that's what you need to do to help your business springboard, then that's what you
Mhm,
do. And the last thing I'll say is, and this is one of my favorites, look to
mhm,
the person to the left, look to the person to the right. Are you collaborating and partnering with other brands that look like you, other brands in your
mhm.
industry, and then even ally brands? I am about to, I don't want to use the word take over, but have my daughter's Taylor Beauty products, her little lotion. I don't want to say little. I gotta stop using that. That's adjective. Her lotion business. So she
Yes.
lotions, and she's going into full size soon. So I'm putting together a little. I keep saying I gotta stop that. Nothing is little about me.
Little, nothing is little. Yes.
Because I have worked with businesses that are $10 and now are six figures and seven figures. So, putting together a business plan and saying, what's feasible for a teenager and her parents who may help her fund some of it, but what's
Mhm.
feasible for this brand in the early stages and the launch process. She clearly can't do everything that Eden's doing, right?
Right.
But I clearly have some strengths and some relationships that I can lend into. And then I may not want to cross over the two paths. Perhaps she
Mhm.
needs to stand on her own. So I've already started a list of like, how can I do joint giveaways and collaborations? And I'm looking at other brands, one by kids, two by Black girls,
Mhm.
three by women owned, that maybe, I mean, someone commented on a post recently when they sell candles. Never heard of them, but then I slid in the DMs and said, "Hey, let's do a joint giveaway together." And they were like, "Would love it." Not Black owned,
Wow.
women founded, but not Black owned. And I said, "Great,
Mhm.
March is Women's Month. Maybe we can do something together." And they love the idea. And
That's
they don't even
amazing.
know me. They don't know me from Eden. They just know I've slid in the DMs from Taylor Beauty. So it's also a matter of the same way you ask someone for their phone number, you also
Mhm.
have to do the same type of courting and outreach in relationships to build your own brands.
That's fantastic advice. I hope you guys are writing it down and taking notes because I certainly am. This is gold here. This is gold. So I wanted to know because the brand Eden Body Works is located almost everywhere.
Mhm.
So is there a place that maybe you or the brand owner are looking at next to go into?
So Jasmine has a priority or a strategic initiative to be global. She wants it to be everywhere,
Yes.
anywhere, all the time. So we currently don't ship international. We ship US and Canada.
Mhm,
So one way of doing that would be to make the right partnerships internationally. I was in Dubai,
mhm,
fourth quarter. My husband tagged along, but I was really there for work to work on expanding the brand's global presence. So that's a
mhm.
key initiative. I feel like we haven't yet fully entrenched the US. However, we do have a lot of international followers, and we want to be as accessible to them as we are here in the US.
Okay, wonderful. I see Lucisi is in the house. I wanted to say hello to him. He is a Bella Brigade member. So thank you for coming over. One Busy Mama is here. Thank you so much for coming. So I just wanted to acknowledge you coming in. Thank you so much. Don't forget, if you have a platform, share this out. This is valuable information. We're getting a hour of Ylorie's time, and I want to make sure that we maximize the time. If you have a question for Ylorie, I ask that you put a little lipstick icon in front of your question so I know to grab it. And I'm going to go on with the next question, but I also want to say that I'm going to be doing 3 giveaways, and the 3 giveaways will contain 3 items from the lovely Eden Body Works. So you'll have that plus a nice makeup bag from BrownGirlBella and a lip product. So please do keep those questions in. Oh, I see I have my first question, and it comes from Ray of Sunshine. Her question is, do you have input on the chemistry part of her company using your background in math and chemistry? Great
Good
question.
question. Excellent question. So, because I am vice president, I get to have input on everything, honestly. So, product development is a very key portal for us. Clearly, we like to be innovators in the space. I do work neck and neck with our chemical team, the chemist behind most of our formulas. Jasmine was formulating them herself in her early years and then transitioned that process over to what we consider like a contract manufacturer or a co-packer. And we work with the chemist to make sure we maintain the brand's integrity and stance. So, yes, we put together, we take an outlook. We had a whole list of products that would have launched during the pandemic, those 24 to 36 months that we were on lockdown. And after careful review, we only went with lavender aloe because we were like, listen, people need something soft. They need
Mm-hmm.
something that helps them ease wash day. Women are not able to go out into the salons. They're not able to hang out with their girlfriends. And that's a healing, holistic ritual within itself, right?
Yes.
Being around one another feeds our souls. So we
Mm-hmm.
were like, how can we give you something that soothes and calms you and also helps with your everyday hair care maintenance? And so we went back to the drawing board and said, what can we give you that promotes the soft life, which is, we're still in that movement, which I love. It's like, forget hustle mode. It's like, Lord, I don't want to be I don't want to be the hustler. I want the soft life, but still reaping the rewards and the benefits. So,
Absolutely. We got another question from Sugar Love, and her question is, what do you have for women who dread their hair? That's a good question as
it
well.
is
Thank you.
locks and dreads, and even what's the latest thing? The twist. And let me tell
Mm-hmm.
you, there is a lot of my friends are doing the locks these days, and the dreads are very, very popular. Peppermint tea tree. That's all I need to say. If you go to eatandbodyworks.com, click shop. One of the collections is peppermint tea tree. That clarifying shampoo will change your scalp game forever. And the hair oil is antiseptic, anti-therapeutic, um, antibioactive. So all of those ingredients that you not only feel the tingle, but it's actively really keeping your scalp at its optimal performance, meaning it's cleansing it, it's removing the buildup. It's also helping with the daily oil, the dry,
Mm-hmm.
itchy conditions, dermatitis/eczema. Peppermint
Mm-hmm.
tea tree, it's a tea tree really, but the peppermint is there too, has a different angle. But all of that sets the foundation for healthy hair growth. Can't beat it.
Awesome. Awesome. Is there a product that you're working on currently that you can maybe give our audience and I a little sneak peek?
Everybody always wants to know what we're doing. So we make our products to address everyday hair concerns.
Mm-hmm.
So our products will either address scalp, dryness, moisture, breakage, split ends, those type of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to worry. Our next product will be in the treatment category. And it will have all of those things, and we keep all of those things in mind. So I feel like there are products in our collections too, because some people are just at a stage where they're just doing healthy hair, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I have some scalp itchiness conditions, but for the most part, my hair is really healthy. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
have to necessarily seek out a treatment product. But I also think at one point in time or another, we all need a treatment. So
Yes.
um, stay tuned.
Okay. I love that. I love that. All right. So switching gears for a moment, with all you do, and my goodness, it is a lot. You're a wife, you're a mom, and a bonus mom, as well as your work and sorority life. What does Ylorie do for Ylorie?
She is reinventing that, and I have to reinvesting in that.
Mm-hmm.
So postpartum was really tough for me with this
Mm-hmm.
second kid. First kid, not so much, even though he had a tumultuous entry into the world. Um, Maybe because the support level was different, and I wasn't in a pandemic having a baby and all these other things. But I am reinvesting in myself. So there are
Mm-hmm.
a couple of things. Manicures are back, pedicures are back. It's funny, you forget you all these things and how good they feel to have
Mm-hmm.
them. Getting my hair done is back.
Yes.
Not that I love my curly hair, but I also like the convenience and the ease of, straight hair for a few weeks here
Mm-hmm.
and there.
Yes.
One of the things I used to do, and this was before marriage, and every time I start doing it again and somehow I get distracted, was I really invested in facials. Um,
Mm-hmm.
they just felt like my escape. my monthly escape. So I miss those. And then
Yeah.
my husband recently told me that there are 5 people who live in this house, and one functions as the maid.
Uh-oh.
And so he was like, I think, I know you enjoy it. So I like the therapy of cleaning our home.
Mm-hmm.
But he also was like, I think you like the freedom of not having to do it constantly. So I feel like gifting myself the housekeeper assistance would be a merciful move. give me
Yes,
give me some grace. So
absolutely. I wholeheartedly support that. Tell hubby, I wholeheartedly
yeah,
support
yeah,
that.
yeah. My girlfriends are like, wait, you don't have a maid? What? You got like 5 bedrooms? I'm like, we growing up, we got, everybody has a different. I might have eaten on lock, but there are some things I could do differently at home, probably. And the last thing is, I don't think I'm a bad eater per se, but
Mhm.
I think because my job has become sedentary based on just the transition of where we are with the world, and over the past couple of years, put on
Yeah.
a few pounds that I'd like to see go away. So I'm
Mhm.
recommitting to 10-minute walks here and there, and then
Mhm.
working out, 3 days a week. So, and you have to schedule that when you have a household
Yeah.
of 3 kids and a husband, and he has a high power job, and he travels, and I have to go. So wait, what days are you here? Because the days you are here, I don't want to be gone and you're here.
Mhm.
But I
Right.
also then I can adjust my work day because I have that flexibility, and I can say, you know what, when I get off my call here at 1 o'clock, I'm gonna take a 10-minute walk, and then this morning take a 10-minute walk after I drop off the baby at
Mhm.
toddler at daycare. So again, I might not get 30 minutes in consecutively, or 45 minutes or an hour in, but I'm going to try and do something that keeps me moving and gets me a little
Yes.
vitamin D outside. So
Absolutely. Oh, that's wonderful. And hopefully in that list, it's go with Shannon to brunch because I really want to just like hang out because we live
I'm all yours,
close.
girl. First of all, I love to eat. Although I don't eat a lot, I do love. I love the art
Yes.
um, of convening, right?
Yes.
So I'm all yours. I tell people all the time. So whether it's coffee, lunch, dinners are pretty much family time.
Yeah.
But I'm always down for coffee and lunch. As soon as I drop the kid off, if you're like, girl, drive on over here and let's hit Starbucks, or you have a favorite local bistro or whatever, I'm always down for it. And kale salad happens to be one of my favorite indulgences. I can tell you every good kale salad probably across the Manhattan through Harlem border.
Yes.
I've
Yes.
probably tasted them all. So yeah,
Yes. I went to Just Salads I
it's
want to
okay.
say last week after work, and their like Caesar salad with the kale in it. Oh my God.
Okay, so that's an enhancement. Yeah, I was gonna say, other than that, their salads are just regular. Now I'm
Yeah,
talking
but
about like kale and then maybe a hint of pistachio, or kale with cranberries and like a homemade vinaigrette.
ooh.
I could take you to some places you'd be like, girl, I never had kale like this. I literally, everybody that comes to work for me has a
Uh-huh.
going joke. Like, I should have a shirt that says kale. Like, I
Kale
just
life.
forget Yale, it should say kale. Literally, that's how
Yes,
much I love
yes.
kale.
All right, all you t-shirt entrepreneurs, get on that. Get on that. There's a couple more people that came in. I wanted to say hello to BDBGP. Welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. Shy Guy, I haven't seen you in so long. Love from Daddy Days. Thank you so much for coming in. The Honorable Angelina Nordstrom. Hello. Welcome in. Brigade member. Ray of Sunshine says, I met more Black people investing in maize. It used to be um, another thing to me, I guess, or an odd thing until my friend did it. I never thought about having a cleaning team or a maid. Then the Jeffersons was an eye opener.
Weezy was on
Absolutely.
that. Go Weezy. She knew. She knew.
Yeah, she knew. They were pioneers. Sugar Love says she loves a kale salad. Okay, let's hear it for the kale.
Mhm.
I love it. All right. So this coming Sunday, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated will celebrate its 115th Founders Day in Washington, D.C. What are you doing to celebrate? Are you going?
So I'm not going to DC, but sorors here in the New York area are having a regional get together on a rooftop because you know how we do. And it is not to be missed, and I will be there. In fact, I
Okay.
get to meet up with all the friends I haven't seen in months. There's group texts going around. Sorors are like, you going, you going, you going. So I love that we find ways to connect and reconnect.
Hmm.
And you get to
Yes.
see people you haven't seen, and it gets to celebrate the sisterhood and the service. And that's really what we're all about. So I'm excited. And now I'm thinking, oh no, I have to wear something pink or green. So I'm thinking about my closet. As soon as I said yes and RSVP'd, I was like, wait, my closet. Let me think about my closet. So
Exactly. Same here. Same here. I will be there as well since I'm not going to DC. So I'll see you on the rooftop,
you
soror. I'm sure they will have some kind of specialty cocktail for us to sip on
oh
as
sure,
well.
sure.
So, what three things would you say you cannot leave home without?
Hmm.
Non beauty, though.
Okay, so I thought long and hard about this, and everyone's gonna laugh. One would be my cell phone. And not so that I can necessarily stay engaged in social media, but I don't know people's numbers by heart. So it's my way to connect with my kids as well as my family, and all our pictures on there. I mean, how am I going to bump into you and show you my latest pictures of Lennox, Austin, and Madison if I don't have my phone, right?
Exactly, because that's where they are.
Yeah. The other thing would be, so this sounds crazy, but I have to keep lip gloss and lotion. So I kind of group them. You said non-beauty. Okay, so forget non-beauty. I'll say it's forget non-beauty. Socks. My feet are always cold. I don't care
Oh
what
my
time of the year it
goodness.
is. I keep a pair of socks in my purse. Plus, folks are famous for you go to their house and all of a sudden you gotta take off your shoes. And I'm like, well, hold up, wait a minute.
Right. Let
So
me make sure I
socks
have my socks.
are always in there. One thing that used to be was gloves. I still keep gloves in my purse year round for different reasons though. We mess with a lot of products and a lot of boxes and a lot of equipment. And I used to
Mhm.
go like, y'all not gonna break my nails. So the gloves would be my protection. They're
Mhm.
also because I have very, very cold hands a lot. So I would say those would be my three. Although you real rarely not see me with a pen and paper um,
Mm.
because I am still that girl.
Yes, I'm still that girl too. I have I have a planner right beside me that I keep at
Mhm.
all times.
Yep.
So I definitely understand that. All right, so we got the non-makeup things, and you hinted a little bit about the makeup things. So, girl, what's in that makeup bag?
Oh, so in my beauty bag, because I don't have, I'm not adult enough for a makeup bag yet. Because my two things that my three things I might use are like a little eyebrow pencil. But my number one thing is a lip gloss. I will always have a lip gloss. This is a lipstick today just for you. But
Mhm.
I probably have like six, seven, eight, nine, a dozen lip glosses. I am a lip gloss fanatic, have always been. I didn't even start wearing lipstick until I met my husband. So very,
Wow.
very late. Yes, very, very late bloomer. And I didn't wear makeup really until I got into this beauty industry because I just didn't think I needed it. And not that I need it now, but I see the enhancements with it. It's a lot more fun. I have a little bit better understanding. So lip gloss. I have on a Cami BB cream, which I really love. It's like a BB cream and primer. Cami
Okay.
Cosmetics did her thing there. I've worn the lip bar one too. Easy has to be easy for me because I'm not really heavily invested into like concealer, primer, eyeshadow,
Hmm.
liner. I don't go that far. I just started wearing a lip liner at 40 years old, 40 something years old. So I have lip liners now. And then I always have a hair clip. So my hair
Hmm.
is normally like this, and people are always like, why do you do that? My team hates it because at events it'll be up, and then all of a sudden I'll throw it down like right before the event. And I'm like, I just like the freedom of airflow on my face.
Hmm.
So I would say a hair clip.
Awesome, awesome. So I wasn't going to mention this, but you started talking about your favorite brands, and I'm like, what brands are you like? Oh yeah, girl, you got to get X from X.
So this is the funny thing. I live with a product junkie, which is the teenager, and she can lay her makeup like none other. So, I have to catch myself from beating up on myself and feeling inferior to a 16-year-old, right? Um, so, and Honestly, I'm not the product tester or product junkie. I am the tomboy in heels. So I'm rarely in anything with any type of color. I'm a very plain face other than gloss girl.
Mm-hmm.
So the truth is, my favorites are probably the folks that I interact with the most, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I know Melissa, so I have a lot of lip bar in my thing. The makeup artist, Kianda, which is Key's Rebel, and then Niasia, who keep me looking beautiful in all those pictures you see on Instagram.
Yeah.
Niasia she introduced me to the Sephora #1 red lippy. She absolutely loves it. I love it because she loves it, and however she puts it on me, it never fails.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Kianda introduced me to Cami Cosmetics. She uses Lip Bar. She uses Janessa Myricks. So again, because she was so versed in how she used products then there. I follow, my girls Felicia and Danielle, so Style and Beauty Doctor and This That
Mm-hmm.
Beauty. So and I know Rachel of Urban Skin RX. So because Rachel gave me a cleanser, so I was using it, right? Because Desiree, I knew her, I use Hyper's cleanser and Hyper serum. Because I
Mm-hmm.
follow Felicia, I now have Phoebe Skin, which is her line. So again, and then I've always used Olay because Danielle, Style and Beauty Doctor, has always been, I think she might even be an ambassador at this point, has always been a proponent of cost-effective skincare that actually
Mm-hmm.
works, right? So those would be probably the ones that stay in constant rotation. And
Okay.
again, it's really because of the relationships I have with people who I think care about me and I care about their opinions as well. So if they see me like, girl, you should try, I'm happy to extend, the opportunity to try something.
Mm-hmm. Awesome, awesome. So a couple more people came in. I just wanted to say hi. Dominant Man, welcome in. Thank you for coming. We have TC, HBCU Queen. Hello. Thank you so much for coming. Rich Business, I see you. Thank you so much for coming. Who else is in here? If I missed you, so sorry. Please comment again so I can grab you. But those are the people that I saw thus far. Again, if you have a question for Ylorie, please put a lipstick emoji in front of your question so I know to grab it. Just one last question from me, though. In terms of like what's next for the brand, I think we established what's next for the brand. And in terms of what's next for you, we kind of, hear that you're going to move into embracing some time off and doing some things. Um, what has been your favorite place to go? Like outside of the United States, what has been the place that has been like, oh, this is nirvana for me?
So you will see me talk about this a lot. The beach and the water feed my soul. So
Mm,
take me to the water. That song is a real song when it comes to reviving my spirit and renewing my energy. Now, the flip side is, as much as I have traveled, and I have traveled a lot, I've only had a couple of international trips, which would be Paris and Dubai. Both beautiful for different reasons.
mhm,
Dubai does have a beach, however, neither one really had a beach feel. The best part about them probably was I traveled with my husband,
mm,
who is the consummate tourist. And I tell people he's the gas pedal and I'm the brakes because I'm like, wait, we can't see everything. Like, let's slow
mhm.
down and we can come back. We can come back, honey. So for me, again, anywhere there's beach and water, I am really, really obsessed with renewing my soul through that cleansing process.
I love that. I love that. All right. Well, thank you so much, Lori, for being here. I enjoyed the conversation. I think my my Bella Brigade has enjoyed it as well. I will see you on Sunday for
Yes.
the
Yeah.
Metropolitan get together. I'm excited about that. Also, need to talk offline because I don't know what I'm going to wear either. So we gotta see what we can put together in all the time that we have left between now and Sunday. But I thank you again. I know, we've been trying to do this for a while now, and the schedule's just, aligned when it did. But I thank you so very much for your time. And to all of you, thank you for coming and sharing in this special day with us. And until next time, you have now been bellified. Take care, everybody.
Thank you for having me. Good night,
Thank
everybody.
you. Bye.